This video will cover the Allied military government military travel permit stamps used after World War II to control entrance and exit into occupied Germany and Austria. After World War II, on June 5, 1945, the Allied Control Commission, ACC, divided Germany into 4 zones: United States, Great Britain, France, and Russia. Russia later withdrew from the Commission. In July 1945, Austria was divided into the same 4 zones. The ACC later became the Allied Military Government, AMG. To travel into and out of the zones, the AMG, Allied Military Government, required travel documents and/or passports. The AMG issued revenue stamps to pay the fees. Travelers could pay the fees at various offices around the world. This page shows a cover from the Allied Military Travel Permit Office in Bern, Switzerland. These offices issued the revenue stamps. They could also be purchased at embassies. There are many ways to collect the travel permit stamps: mint, which is easier; used, which is harder; used on piece, which is much harder. You can collect full sheets, as many were found some years back in a military footlocker and are still being sold by stamp dealers. You can also collect them on visa pages and in full passports. These are much scarcer and in some cases very rare for certain values, and it adds a higher degree of difficulty to the acquisition of these items. The Military Travel Permit Stamps, MTPS, time frame is divided into 3 phases. Phase 1, overprint on obsolete AM post stamps in dollar values. Phase 2, special permit stamps printed with SHAFE emblem in the dollar values. Phase 3, convert dollar values to the DM, Dutch mark values. Phase 1 began on February 15, 1947, with the overprinting of 2 obsolete values of the Washington printing of the Allied military post stamps. Both of them are shown on this page. Phase 2 began in April of 1947. 2 $1 stamps in a large and small size showing the flaming sword emblem used by the Supreme Headquarters Allied Expeditionary Forces, SHAFE, were printed. The large stamp was printed by the Thomas de la Rue in London, and the smaller version was printed in Baden-Baden, Germany. Phase 3 began in September 1948 with the currency reform in Germany. Dollar value permit stamps were overprinted with Deutschmark values as an emergency measure. 5 Deutschmarks on a $1 red, 10 Deutschmarks on $2 purple. A 10 Deutschmark value overprinted on a $2 purple is shown on this page. These overprinted values are among the rarest on visa pages. In December 1948, the travel permit system now included exit permits, and 3 values with Deutschmark values were created for this use. 5, 10, and 15 Deutschmark values were issued and are shown on this page. They are rarely seen on visa pages or as mint copies. They fall into the very rare category. In January 1951, all remaining travel permit stamps were overprinted with Deutschmark values to complete the conversion to the German currency. Shown on this page are the higher values in dollars and Deutschmarks. They were used for group travel papers and have never been found on travel documents, visa pages, or passports. Only one group travel permit has been reported, and it is shown here. It is a group travel permit for 16 people and has 16 $1 stamps, 1 for each person. It is from the Joe Ross collection. This page shows a specimen permit for permanent or semi-permanent residents. This rate increase took effect on 1 July 1950. This was provided to the permit officers so they would be aware of the change and how to process it. Only 3 of these specimen examples are known to exist. This page shows a travel permit issued in New York for one-day travel. The fee was $1. The Allied High Commission in London issued this September 24, 1950 permit for repeated trips over a 60-day period. The rate had been raised to $4 on July 1, 1950. This page shows a visa page for several visits into Germany over a 4-month period. It was issued in Vienna. The 16 Deutschmark rate had been raised on February 1951. Shown on this page is a very rare usage on a visa page of the Den Haag, The Hague, pre-printed cancel. The Hague Permit Office is the only office known to have done this. They overprinted the $1, $2, and $4 stamps. Only the $1 stamp is known on a visa page. Shown here is an unusual 5-day compassionate visit marking issued in London. A $2 stamp is used for a 5-day visit to Munich. This page shows a $2 stamp used to pay for a 1-month permit to enter the western section of Germany and Berlin. The stamp has a cancel of the French ambassador in Turkey. Shown here is an inter-zone pass for 30 days travel. It was issued in Berlin for travel from the Soviet zone to the U.S. zone. No travel stamp was needed since after June 1951, travel permit stamps were no longer required. As mentioned in the previous page, after June 1951, no permit stamps were required, but a gratis stamp was used mainly for record keeping. The passport shown was issued in Berlin for travel to Canada. This is from the Eric Jackson collection. The time after World War II was a period of turmoil in Germany and Austria. The permit stamps were used in a large area over a short period of time. There were a wide variety of uses and combinations. Some dates and rate changes are still not known for sure. Some permit stamps are common, others are very rare, especially on visa pages or in passports. Comments, corrections, additions, etc. are welcome. Send to the email address on this page. If you need more information, you can contact the AMG Collectors Club, the American Revenue Association, the American Philatelic Society, or the National Postal Museum at the email addresses shown on this page. Thanks for your attention and have a good day.